After CM Punk began his ascent to retrieve a record-breaking third Money in the Bank briefcase, Paul Heyman betrayed his client by knocking him down and smashing his head with a ladder. Punk declared war on Heyman the next night on Raw, but before he could lay hands on him, Brock Lesnar appeared and attacked Punk. As a result, a no DQ match was booked between Punk and Lesnar for the upcoming SummerSlam pay-per-view. During their match, it looked like Punk was about to pick up the win, but Heyman interfered and prevented him from doing so. This allowed Lesnar to hit Punk with his F5 finisher on a steel chair to secure the victory. Following this, Punk earned an opportunity to finally get his hands on Heyman inside Hell in a Cell. Before their match officially started, Heyman tried to outsmart Punk by riding a forklift to the top of the cell while his client Ryback took care of Punk inside. However, Punk managed to take out Ryback, then climbed to the top of the cell to confront Heyman. When Heyman begged for forgiveness, Punk gave him a kiss on the head, then beat him with a kendo stick and hit him with his GTS finisher. After suffering an embarrassing loss to Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 22, Mr. McMahon claimed that Michaels had only won because he had God on his side. As a result, McMahon booked Michaels to team up with God to face him and his son Shane at the 2006 Backlash pay-per-view. Once all the competitors had made their way to the ring and the match began, Michaels dominated in early moments. He then placed both McMahons on a table in an attempt to take them out for good. But before he could follow through, the Spirit Squad stormed the ring and distracted him. Although Michaels fought valiantly, he was overwhelmed by their numbers and was ultimately launched through a table, allowing Mr. McMahon to secure the pinfall victory. Not satisfied with merely winning, McMahon wanted to end Michaels' career and ordered the Spirit Squad, along with Triple H, to finish him off. However, Triple H chose to save Michaels instead. As punishment, McMahon booked Triple H to face the Spirit Squad in a handicap match. Before they could inflict serious damage, Michaels returned the favor by attacking the Spirit Squad, and the two men officially reunited as D-Generation X for the first time in over 6 years. After Brock Lesnar threw a one-legged Zach Gowen down a flight of stairs, Stephanie McMahon went to her father and demanded that Lesnar be arrested. Instead, Mr. McMahon scheduled Stephanie to face Lesnar in a match later that night. Lesnar wasted no time attacking Stephanie and tried to send her to the hospital, but before he could do too much damage, WWE champion Kurt Angle came to her aid and attacked Lesnar. As a result, Lesnar and Angle were booked to compete in a 60-minute Iron Man match to settle their differences. As soon as the match began, Lesnar attacked Angle with a steel chair, allowing him to pick up multiple falls by pinfall, submission, and countout to go up 3-1. Angle fought back and hit an Angle slam to close in on Lesnar, but then the referee was knocked out, allowing Lesnar to strike Angle with the title belt and then deliver a superplex from the top rope and go up 5-2. Angle eventually narrowed the gap to 5-4, but as he attempted to tie the match by forcing Lesnar to tap out to an ankle lock, time expired, making Lesnar the winner and the new WWE champion. After Triple H narrowly retained the World Heavyweight Championship against Shawn Michaels in a last man standing match, Michaels demanded a rematch the next night on Raw. However, General Manager Stone Cold Steve Austin interrupted and introduced Chris Benoit, who had just won the 2004 Royal Rumble. Benoit announced that he would be using his title opportunity to challenge Triple H at WrestleMania, leaving Michaels without a rematch. Frustrated, Michaels crashed the championship contract signing, hit Benoit with sweet chin music, and signed the contract himself. As a result, Stone Cold was forced to schedule a triple threat match for the main event of WrestleMania 20. When the match began, all three wrestlers struggled to gain the upper hand, prompting Michaels and Triple H to briefly join forces and take Benoit out. Back in the ring, Triple H hit a pedigree on Michaels, but Benoit recovered just in time to break up the pin. Benoit then applied a sharpshooter on Triple H, forcing Michaels to intervene with sweet chin music. However, Michaels was unable to secure the 3 count. Benoit then launched Michaels out of the ring, creating an opening for Triple H. However, Benoit countered, transitioning into the crossface and forcing Triple H to tap out. After Randy Orton attacked the fabulous Moolah and then defeated Cactus Jack to cement himself as the Legend Killer, he rode that momentum into winning a 20-man battle royale, earning the right to face World Heavyweight Champion Chris Benoit at the 2004 SummerSlam SummerSlam pay-per-view. Benoit controlled the early moments of their match, but after he missed a dive through the ropes, Orton took over, hit an RKO, and pinned Benoit to become the youngest World Heavyweight Champion in history. Less than 24 hours later, Benoit invoked his title rematch clause. With help from his Evolution teammates, Orton successfully defended the championship, but as he began celebrating, Evolution betrayed him by attacking and leaving him lifeless in the ring. In response, Orton challenged Triple H to a match for his newly won championship at the upcoming Unforgiven pay-per-view. During their match, Orton fought off multiple interference attempts, but the distractions allowed Triple H to hit a pedigree and pin Orton to become the new champion. However, Orton got the last laugh the next night on Raw during Triple H's championship celebration, where he popped out of a cake and took out all of his former Evolution teammates. After Shawn Michaels' first World Heavyweight title defense, in which he lost the championship to Triple H, he tried to earn another title opportunity by entering the 2003 Royal Rumble at the #1 spot. However, Christian distracted Michaels, allowing Chris Jericho to sneak up behind him and attack him with a steel chair before eliminating him. Later in the same match, Michaels got his revenge by attacking Jericho, enabling Test to eliminate him. So to settle their differences, they were booked to face each other at WrestleMania 19. When the match began, both men struggled to gain the upper hand until Michaels launched Jericho out of the ring and hit him with a crossbody. However, when Michaels attempted a dropkick, Jericho reversed it into the walls of Jericho and continued targeting Michaels' lower back. Once back in the ring, Jericho executed a lionsault and followed it up with a super kick, but he could only secure a 2 count. Then, when Jericho went for a suplex, Michaels reversed it into a roll-up and pinned Jericho to pick up the victory. After the match, Michaels tried to show good sportsmanship, but Jericho responded by hitting him with another low blow. After losing his return match to John Cena at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, Brock Lesnar took out his frustration by attacking Triple H and breaking his arm. When Triple H returned from injury, he challenged Lesnar to a no disqualification match at SummerSlam. Just days before they were set to face off, Lesnar ambushed Triple H's best friend backstage, dragged him to the ring, hit him with his F5 finisher, and then broke his arm. Triple H wasted no time trying to take Lesnar out for good once their match started, but Lesnar ultimately gained the upper hand and won by breaking Triple H's arm for a second time. Triple H got his revenge 8 months later by defeating Lesnar at WrestleMania 29, prompting a rubber match to be scheduled at the 2013 Extreme Rules pay-per-view inside a steel cage. During that match, Paul Heyman managed to find a way into the cage to provide a distraction, prompting Triple H to take him out with a pedigree. Later, just when it seemed like Triple H was about to win, Heyman recovered and delivered a low blow, allowing Lesnar to strike Triple H with a sledgehammer and then hit his F5 finisher to secure the pinfall victory. After Triple H cost Stone Cold Steve Austin the WWE Championship on Monday Night Raw, Austin returned the favor a couple of weeks later by costing Triple H the same title. Later that same night, Austin secured another title opportunity by winning the 2001 Royal Rumble. However, before he could headline WrestleMania 17 against The Rock, Mr. McMahon announced that Austin had to settle his rivalry with Triple H in a 3 Stages of Hell match at the upcoming No Way Out pay-per-view. The first fall was a standard singles match, which Austin won after hitting Triple H with a stunner. The second fall was a street fight, and it initially appeared Austin would win again when he sent Triple H crashing through the announcer's table. However, Triple H battled back and won that fall by striking Austin with a sledgehammer, followed by his pedigree finisher, forcing a third and final fall inside a steel cage. Both men unleashed a variety of weapons and exchanged finishing maneuvers, but they could only manage near falls until they simultaneously struck each other with weapons. Triple H fell on top of Austin, scored the 3 count, and won the match.